Twitch change again? I haven't refreshed my Twitch page in like a full year plus. So I don't see the changes if there are any. I usually find it when they change something, it looks like shit.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Luckily, there's often an option to go back to the old UI. You know, these guys are doing pretty well actually every time I watch them. The Viking GG guys.
Radiant structures are
Maybe it's time. A new rise for Dutch Dota.
Tower is under attack. Dire structures are fortified.
They're probably beating Alliance this game. It's hard to say. I'll be right back.
A gift from the goddess.
Oh, it's gone for like 30 seconds. What the fuck, dude? 30 seconds.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
What's the best PS4 game I played in 2020? I've only played one, and that's Final Fantasy VII.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
I can't really give you a proper opinion.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
I think we're done with Friday the 13th. That game is
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top
I
tower
don't like the
is
game
under
mechanically
attack.
so much, especially as a survivor. I prefer Among Us too. But they're different in gameplay though. Among Us is much more about lying.
Nice try.
Whereas Friday the 13th is strictly killing.
Dominating. Double kill.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Roshan has fallen to the Radiant. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
I restore my connection to the void.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
I think we'll play more Secret Neighbor eventually. It just depends on the mood of the other people.
Killing spree. Very nice. Gotcha. Not a good look for me.
You seem to have trouble grasping the cause of the thing.
Corrin was pretty mauled, but I think it was mostly mauled against Nipple. I think I also bullied him a bit too hard, so I'm gonna tone it down a bit. Just a little bit too hard, not too much.
You're almost as good as me.
Oh, Nipple logic is some shit. But it should never work, man. It's just because people don't think for themselves. It's like, if fast killers on the loose, must be Wyman Sing, and then someone just gets voted out like that. Like, what? That should never, 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 never work. It's as easy as somebody just switching up one time, and then you just lose the round because of that.
Amazing what you'll find laying around.
That's why I like playing with Uka, yeah. He actually makes it logical. He's like, I've seen this person here, and this person here, the corpus here, and so this guy coming from here. That's why I think it's this guy. You know, that's Uka. That's why I really like playing with it. It's not like, previous game, people died really fast, and it was Sing, and now people are dying really fast, so it's probably Sing again, guys. Just vote him now to be safe. You know, it's shit like that. It's like, well, what are we playing here?
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
I don't think the game has to be harder for survivors. I didn't feel like at any point that either survivors or killers were too strong. I think the settings we had were pretty balanced. It's not even metagaming though. Because they're just taking a random guess. People are dying fast, so it must be these players who usually kill fast. It's as simple as one person switching up one time, and you just lose the round for that, and you ruin the game for everybody else.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Deep Rock Galactic full release today. Are trying out with the squad? No. We played it in beta before. I didn't like it. It's true, so the logic isn't flawed. It's true because you saw it work once. You remember the other time Corin said he was always right? And then it turns out he was the last one surviving with an infected and then he lost? These general votes based on previous games, they only ruin games. Because if you're wrong, you fuck the game for everybody else. If you're right, then you won the game without using your logic. You just go like, but previous game, this happened. Well, let's just vote him again now.
Illusion.
Wow, Emin raid.
Void infusion. Killing spree.
This isn't the end.
You took the bait.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I don't think you can increase the number of imposters. It gets too hard. Like, if you play with 3 imposters and you just time your kills each and you just get 3 kills at the fucking first time it comes off cooldown, you just win the game, man. Like, what? It's 3 versus 7. You kill like 1 each, it always becomes 4 versus 3. 1 more kill and the game is literally over. Like, I don't see how you ever win unless the imposters are extremely bald.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
I think ruining the game is a bit harsh. Being a logic is part of life. It depends, man.
Dire's top barracks have
I still like to play the game mostly based on what I see in the same rounds. You know, like the things that happen in the rounds.
Now make you pay for this.
I think it's not that you played the game wrongly. No, I think it is wrong. It's also the people who believe them are wrong. Because they just randomly believe it.
Dire's courier has been killed. Radiant's
Like
top
it's players who listen to the voice because it sounds convincing, even though he doesn't really represent any proper arguments for the round itself.
SingSing Aya need backup. Telephone receiver. SingSing Aya arigato.
am I listening
Telephone
to?
receiver. SingSing Aya.
Radiant's
Okay, it's
top
right for the
tower is
22.
under attack. Roshan has fallen to the Dire.
Immortality.
Radiant's top tower.
The problem is
is
that they're
under attack.
convincing, but they're not convincing though. Here's how I see it.
Mirrors
Sorry. If anybody advocates for any kills at any point in the game, when nothing properly happened yet, they're fucking suspicious to me. Like in Deceit, you have two people that go like, yeah, I think it's these two guys, so we should kill them. And this one guy is my friend, and he was with me the whole time, and he's trustworthy too. Nobody should ever believe them. There's no way. It's the same for this Among Us game. If anybody goes for like, yeah, we should just vote out this and this because of this and this, they should be thinking about it. Like, why is he saying this? Because in all of these games, there's one common theme. The more survivors you have towards late game, the better your odds of winning.
Excellent. Take that.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
But the moment you go for early kills, and you don't think for yourselves, that's where sheep actions happen. Thank you Sky2137 for the tier 1, man. But I think a lot of people don't get that concept. If nobody dies, you win too, as innocents in any of these games. Whether it's Deceit, Secret Neighbor, or Among Us. If nobody gets voted out, you're almost always at an advantage. But people are always so eager, you know? They're like, well, he said so, so it must be true. You should always be skeptical of the person who tries to get anybody out.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
You talk too much, Wukong. But nothing
I don't think Mahmoud played yet.
Thanks for that.
Basically, shout louder is convincing. In our case, it is, yeah. There are two things that are really strong in our group right now. One is blaming first, and the second one is shouting really loud. I find that shouting louder than the person who you're accusing works like almost every single time. That's how I got Sten killed at one time. It was like, it was Sten! And then everyone just voted him. And they would vote me out after, but I killed another person before that happened. So it was kind of worth.
Dire structures are fortified.
Yeah, Sen didn't see me killing, but he would have seen me anyway though, because when he would be finished with the quest, he would see the corpse and he can still see the people leaving and entering on the edges of the quest. So he would have seen it was me.
Much obliged.
Dire's
You
top
think the
barracks
playstyle
are
thing is
under
kind of
attack.
true though? Some people like to play aggressive and just kill small opening rises. But people switch up, dude. Like it's such a bad argument. People switch up all the time. There could also be multiple fast killers.
Double kill.
For example, Mojo is a fast killer. Sten is a fast killer. I'm a fast killer. Rhyme is a fast killer. I think Karn is even a fast killer.
Who needs a cloud?
What I'm saying is that this shouldn't be happening because people shouldn't be voting for this. Like, if you don't know for certain, you shouldn't fucking vote. Besides, it's so easy to switch up. You could just switch up one game, and that's it.
Games like this shows how groupthink works. You just need to be charismatic. Cloud 1 may be plausible idea person to own the room and people follow because the decision.
Somewhat, but that's not always true either. Because, for example, Danny, Fat Chocobo, and Uker, they don't fall for this kind of peer pressure. Like, I've been paying attention to it. Like, whenever something bullshit like this happens, they don't vote. Or they just say, like, I don't have enough information to make a judgment. But then you have, like, fucking Leah who goes like, yeah, I didn't say anything, but it's probably Sing, so I'm voting. Those fuckers.
Invisibility.
Ages of preparation.
Isn't it switching meta when the group adapts to certain behavior? Kind of, but it always comes down to thinking for yourselves. And understanding the concept that more survivors means you're gonna win. So the less you vote people out, the better your odds. Unless you know for 100% certain that person is, in fact, an imposter. And this usually comes from multiple people seeing this guy being suspicious, or even just being caught in the act. You know, either killing or coming from a vent or doing whatever. You have to think for yourself.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
Never listen to people who call for early kills, especially if it's just like one guy that saw it. Like one guy goes like, yep, he came out of the vent. And then everybody goes like, yep, that's him, get him, boys.
Stuck at home all day, all day.
Like unexplained for the 15 months? Stuck at home all day, every day, no long man. No long man, dudes. Vote him after he's not the imposter. Oh, that one, yeah. When two people are fighting each other, kinda, and one of them is the imposter, and you do the whole thing where vote him, and otherwise vote me after if it's not him. That tactic is kind of hard to beat because I think it's the imposter's fault for getting into that situation in the first place. I don't think it's a bad play or a good play.
It fills me with nothingness.
I think as an imposter, you just don't want to be in that situation in the first place. Is that worth one for one? No, because you need to kill... Well, I wouldn't even say 4 people is worth it, because... Jesus. Because when you're alone as an imposter, you need to kill so many more people just to win. Because you need the majority votes, right, to win the game. So if you're alone, you only need to kill people down to 1. Oh, in late game it can be worth the risk for sure, yeah. But that's when there's what, maybe like 3 survivors left or something, and you're alone. But I don't think you can get around it. The whole vote me out, if it's not me then vote the other guy out thing. Because it already narrows down to 2 people. The only play is to not get in that situation for the imposter.
Roshan has fallen to the Dire.
It also doesn't help that you win the game even if you die. So you can just kind of sacrifice your life to kill an imposter, and if you trade 1 for 1, it's completely worth. Like, it stops being worth when the imposter kills about 4 people, I'd say. Like 3 people, it's kind of decent value. 4 people, it's really good value. And 5, you should be winning. Dead people can't win. Sadly, they do. Dead people do in fact win in that game. Is sticking with your imposter body a good tactic? I don't think so.
Have you checked out the game moving out?
Because at some point, when you play too long, together for too long, they're gonna notice like, why are these 2 people always missing? You know, it's gonna be a group of 3 walking. You're walking in a group of 2, and then suddenly you're the only people remaining. A group of 3 and a group of 2. Like, I checked the game moving out. I checked it. It's supposed to be like overcooked, right? But different. Not as good.
Agents
Mega
of the
kill.
Void.
Very nice.
Radiant's middle
Games
tower
like
is
Among Us
under
are hard.
attack.
It's always really hard to play.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower.
You think the
has
game
fallen.
has bad pacing? You can never. What is it?
Radiant's
You can
bottom
never need to
barracks
play
are
enough
under attack.
exhibition as there's not enough time for multiple people to see it. That's not true though. Because you can kind of
Radiant's
see
bottom barracks
the
are
pathing
under
of people
attack.
sometimes and where the body was. And then you can also play based on when somebody dies in Among Us.
Radiant's
You just
bottom
kind of look at
barracks are
all the
under
people
attack.
around you, you know?
Barracks have fallen.
See where the corpse is. You can kind of go by a process of elimination of it's not this guy, not this guy, not this guy, not this guy. And that's what people usually do.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
You have to be very alert in games like that. I haven't tried push the button yet. I don't think I want to play those games.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
New 4 game called Old
Hey
World.
Shin, since
I'll
you're
check it out,
playing a
dude.
lot of
Barracks
deceiving
have
type
fallen.
games, you gonna try out Throne of Lies?
Phone of Lies? Phone of... Okay. 8 to 16 players? Looks kinda weird. Thank you, Bluebird, for the prime.
Dominating.
It seems you don't understand.
Unstoppable.
Regeneration.
What about a Swiss chess system tournament with my friends?
Radiant's top tower is under
What are you
attack.
talking about, man?
Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant's top barracks are under attack. Radiant's top barracks have fallen.
That should help.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack. Radiant's top barracks have fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
As I said, Viking GG was doing well. They started fucking losing.
Radiant's ancient is under attack.
Mega kill. Very nice.
Rank 5. Like I saw this game yesterday, this exact matchup. Alright, looks like we're playing Among Us around 4
Radiant's
p.m.
top tower is under attack.
Bambo's not into these kind of games. I don't know. I think he's too cool to join. You know those kind of people that want to join, but they don't want to admit it
Just what I've been waiting.
because they don't want to seem to be uncool, wanting to join party games. Oh, that was, yeah, oh, Karn carried me so hard yesterday. Oh my god, I could not believe that there was a third infected. It was so nice. I thought I lost for sure. So I had a decent amount of kills before I died. It was like 3 or 4. So Rain had to deal with the rest. But luckily, we had backup. I could almost hear like the Smash music playing when a new character gets introduced. Among Us is hard to win a solo imposter. That's also because you have to get it down to one player, or one other player. Yeah, it really is so much harder, because then you have to go from 2 to 1. Well, there's 2, you only have to go from 5 to 4. That's really easy game. Especially since towards late game, people get the suspicions, you know? Like, people play together. They notice, like, this guy's probably not
Dire's top
bad guy.
tower is under attack. Illusion.
I guess you could, like, you could try to kill when everybody's walking
top
together
tower is
and
under
hope for the
attack.
best. He's Russian roulette every single kill, but might get away with it.
Radiant structures are
I just know that I have to kill
Dire's
Uker
top
first if
tower
I'm
is
imposter.
under
Every
attack.
single game. Uker has to die. Because he's too logical. And he has ego eyes. I don't have to kill Rhyme first because he dies first naturally anyway.
Radiant's bottom tower
Either from
is
getting
under
voted
attack.
out or from the killer.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It's time. Juggernaut! Two warriors fall.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has been denied. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
If Rhyme isn't dead, he's the imposter? No. Even if Rhyme is the imposter, he would magically get voted out because of some bullshit reason. I saw him leave the vents! It wasn't even him. Oh yeah, you remember when I said it last night? I said Karn is the wild card. He's like the third infected, so I'll kill him last. Turns out he was actually the third infected and helped Rain vote out Boo Boo to win the game. It was all premeditated for Rain to win the game. I had to kill Leah there too, yeah. The moment Leah said, I'm voting Sing because it's Sing, I was like, yep. He gotta go. He fucking gotta go, man.
Welcome back. I had hoped otherwise.
Coming through!
Dominating. Double kill.
Oh, and the clutch emergency button almost got me caught, but I killed anyway. Yeah,
Radiant's bottom
that's when they
tower
didn't have
is
time
under
to
attack.
do the emergency meeting. Because I had the thingy on, the seismic activity thingy, so they had to walk out to clear it. So I killed them as they walked out. That was fucking close, man.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
I haven't tried Town of Sodan, but I know that game is kind of like Mafia. And I don't like Mafia.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Regeneration.
Yeah, Mafia is just talking. I do like to have some gameplay mechanics in the games that I play, especially these deceit type games. I don't know what kind of Mafia games there are. I'm just referring to the one that I usually play on like BTS streams and stuff after the tournament. I close the stream almost near instantaneously every time. Battle Trauma is really fun. I've heard about that game. I mentioned it yesterday. Battle Trauma is a 2D co-op submarine simulator. Submarine in space with survival horror elements. Steer your submarine, give orders, fight monsters, fix leaks, blah 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 blah. Oh, but it's not really the C-type
Radiant's
game.
bottom tower is under attack.
I can try it sometimes when we get bored of Among Us. Oh, I like social deduction games, but they really need some gameplay mechanics. Like, I don't want to play like these mafia games where you only talk and then you find out who the killer is by just talking. I want to see action. I want some gameplay mechanics where you can kill or defend yourself or otherwise.
Mega kill.
Shit. I think the 13th was okay. I think the options for survivors was very limited. Like the whole you have 30 seconds of stamina kind of thing is so... It's so favored towards the killer.
Did you forget your safe word?
Of course survivors are favored, but what I'm talking about is that if you get chased, you just kind of die. I'm pretty sure the way to play the game is you just have everybody sprint at the very beginning searching for every single objective. And then 2 or 3 players just happen to die. And that's it. Oh, it doesn't matter if it's a dead game or not, man. If you have friends to play it with, every game is alive.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I'm sure in Friday the 13th you can stall for like 3 to 4 minutes. At the very least. Even without playing anything, doing anything special. Now if 3 kills do that, you get like 10 to 12 minutes of time or so. I'm sure like 5 people will survive. You can even get a guy back with the radio.
Such determination.
I don't know if we have players for AoE, man.
Radiant's middle
Safi
tower
can't
is
play
under
Among Us
attack.
for some reason, because he can't connect to
Dire's
game for
top
whatever
tower
reason.
is under attack.
Thank you, Atmosphere RH, for the 21 months, man.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I don't know why Safi has so many technical issues. He's supposed to be a programmer too. Fuck, man.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Utterly sick. No.
That's probably why. Come on, man.
I reach the end. It should have been you.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Jesus.
Kill.
Let's fucking kill them.
Such a little
Fuck.
death.
Godlike. Very nice.
Guys are destroying.
Exquisite agony.
Invisibility.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Marks the spot.
Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Anything happen when you hit arrows? Yes. Die.
Dire's middle tower
Like
is
getting
under
hit by
attack.
arrows in chat. Die in real life. If your HP hits 0. So don't lose.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I wonder if Ray wants to play. I think Booba wants to play, Nipple wants to play, Stan wants to play, Emmy wants to play, Danny wants to play. I think we have at least like 6 people
Middle tower is under
for 4
attack.
PM.
That hardly hurt at all.
Okay hasn't responded yet, so he might be sleeping maybe? I don't know. Coin will play? Oh yeah, I guess Coin will play too. He's streaming right now? He's streaming Age of Empires right now, I think. The question is he molding? I don't really want to play Age of Empires right now. Just want to chill before the storm comes.
Bounty.
They played once, yeah. Don't ask Ray about the music IQ. What's music IQ? Because mine probably scores
Dire's
super low
top
too.
tower is under attack.
I don't know anything about
Dire's
music theory
structures are fortified.
or practical use.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh, guessing music from shows, animes, and movies.
Dire's courier
I don't
has
think
been
I would
killed.
get many answers right either. But Rhea in general has like
Dire's top tower
zero
has
knowledge
fallen.
of any form of popular media that's come out in like the last 20 years. Like, I don't fucking know, dude. I don't know how's that called music IQ. I thought it was more like how well you would learn instruments or otherwise. Like an Oxford musical test like beat tones and stuff. Oh, I would fail too. I don't know anything about that shit.
Roshan has fallen to the tower.
Regenerate the ecstasy.
She didn't know Harry Potter.
Agony.
Yeah, well, what can you do, man? You didn't know Matrix, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter? What can you do, dude?
Radiant's middle tower
I
is under
think she
attack.
knows Game of Thrones.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Lord of the Rings is understandable because it is so long? Bruh. Come on, man. Lord of the Rings is literally like one of the best written fantasy setting like ever, man. You kidding me, dude? Bruh. Thank you, Malo Razor, for the 25.
Fit for a
Even the Hobbit is so nice. Not the movies, the book. So nice. Just the cute little adventures of a bunch of dwarves.
Tusk, your snowball was no match for my boulders set in stone.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I think the Hobbit movie would have been nice if it was one movie.
I'll take that.
Yeah, if it was like one,
worthy tribute.
maybe at most 2 movies, it would have been nice. Do I think of Cal's exclusivity take? I glanced over it. I didn't really read all of it. He makes some fairly interesting points, but I think all of Cal's points was still missing actual numbers of how much money they would be losing from streamers who stream their games. It's all just speculation for the most part.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Thank you, Bobby Kim 13 for the prime, man. There's no way to measure it. There kind of is. Because how sponsors work is, and this is sponsors for pretty much everything in the world, not just in tournaments, is that they want numbers, right? But not just any numbers. They want numbers from specific demographics. And he didn't mention anything like it. Like they want concurrent viewers, they want hours watched, they want the specific areas where the viewers are coming from. And on top of that, people don't really sub or donate or anything like that towards official channels, which is the main revenue for streamers. The main revenue for official channels like that is usually just straight up viewer count and the ads in between the games that viewers watch. And then they take the hours viewed as a main stat, and that's the one that gets presented towards people who buy ads for these tournaments. At least I fucking hope they're doing it like that. So just saying they take 40% of the revenue is just such a blanket statement. Thank you, Rurere, for the tier 1, man.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Also, I have this suspicion that they don't know how individual streamers work versus official channels. Like, I don't think a lot of them grasp the concept that streamers have their own audience for the most part.
The dragon is slain.
Man overboard!
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
What tournament is this? I have no idea, dude.
Radiant's top tower is under
Was it
attack.
Birmingham something? Oh, I just saw it.
Radiant's
ESL
top
1
tower
Birmingham.
has fallen. Radiant's middle tower
I don't
is
know what
under
they're playing
attack.
for, dude.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's
They
bottom
want to make
tower
it
is
like
under
TV, right? I should really read the whole article before I say anything. But the gist of it, from what I understand, is that they want to change it similar to like in TV, where if you host a tournament, you just kind of get the rights to every single bit of the content of that tournament. Everything
top tower is
they
under
post that
attack.
has to go to YouTube, every single bit that goes live on Twitch, all of it. But it's just so different because TV is it's subscription based, and people on Twitch don't pay for fucking shit. They're all fucking freeloaders.
Dominating.
Oh fuck, man. That doesn't work. TV is free? No, man. If you wanna watch some of like the top tier stuff, even in like fighting sports and stuff, you have to go for what is it called? Pay-per-view or something. You have to buy like an online ticket, or like a TV ticket kind of thing. Yeah. And they want to do the same thing for Dota, or they want to go towards it. And TV is never free. You always pay for something, whether it's a package from your ISP or whatever TV network you're gonna buy it from, a cable, you know, like you're always paying somewhere. Never free. Unless you have an eye patch and a fucking wooden leg.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Your death approaches.
There were tickets for Dota, but I don't think they sold very well, so they got rid of it. No, it's hard. I think it's a losing battle no matter what. No matter how you look at it.
Dominating.
Now that was a fail.
I don't even think making them exclusive for just tournament organizers alone is gonna increase their revenue by much.
Nothing impressive about you.
Back to war.
Radiant's courier has been
I'm
killed.
sorry. Did you say stop?
Mega kill.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Double kill. There it goes.
And they already make so much money in TI, why more greed? Because TI
Radiant's
and these
middle
random
tower is
tournament
under
organizers
attack.
are separate. Random tournament organizers do not get the money from TI whatsoever.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Thank you, Ivan, Gior, GC. The tier 1, man.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Only TI is on the directly on the vault right
Radiant's
now.
bottom barracks are under
Minors and
attack.
majors are being outsourced to others.
Radiant's bottom
For example,
barracks have
I think
fallen.
PGL did one or something. No, ESL did like one or two.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Monster kill. Double kill.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under
They
attack.
used to do them by themselves though, the majors, but they just outsourced them in like the last, I think, 2 or 3 years. There was that disastrous Shanghai Major was the first one they
Radiant's middle
outsourced.
tower is under attack.
Yeah, I think they still help with the prize pool. They give a budget for them, I think. I don't know much about this, but I do know there's a certain amount of budget that goes towards it.
Trusted with the light.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Roshan has fallen to the Dire.
Don't with the ship.
The art of our people.
Dominating.
Dota in general is just such a hard sell for sponsors. Not enough players from the big spending countries, Western Europe and NA.
Queen is dead.
I've killed dragons, less deserving of death. Perfect location.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Do I still talk to
Dire's middle
James?
tower is
Sometimes.
under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
What's about how CSGO has managed to consistently pull out
Radiant's
80% more
bottom
congruent
barracks
players
are
than
under
Dota these
attack.
days? I don't think CSGO is getting 80% more
Dire's
players than
middle
Dota,
tower is
dude.
under attack.
What the fuck? Let me check.
Dire's structures are fortified.
I'm
Dire's
just checking
middle
real quick.
tower is under attack.
Average player CSGO last 30 days 830,000. Dota 2 is
Dire's
on
middle tower has fallen.
a bit less,
Radiant's
over half a
bottom
million, so
barracks are
like
under
500,000
attack.
less. Actually, about 300k more players. Huh.
I'll take that.
I didn't know CSGO had more players than Dota 2 these days by so much.
Bounty.
What have we here?
It's not 80%, but it's still fucking high, dude. What?
Radiant's bottom barracks
I
are
thought
under attack.
I thought Dota always had like 3 times the players of CSGO. I just never checked CSGO numbers for the game. Oh fuck. That game doesn't even get patched much, does it? They'll feel lucky if there's a patch in 10 years or something. Fuck, man. I mean patches as in like content updates where they change up and overhaul things. Up my Steam. Doesn't count China players. I don't know if there's so many Dota Chinese
Radiant's
players.
top tower is under attack.
It's very anecdotal, but when I went to China to LANs, nobody played Dota in those cafes. Those LAN cafes. It was always League, Crossfire, or some other bullshit game. Never saw a single Dota player. The 3 Chinese LANs I went to, the audience was completely empty. It was like some player's girlfriend, some team's manager, and maybe some random guy that was bored that was watching. There's no viewers whatsoever. And that was in the middle of Shanghai. And that was also like 6 years ago or something, when Dota was nearing its peak. But yeah, it's very anecdotal, so
Just what I've been waiting
might have just
for.
been a bad tournament.
That's cause all the scalpers buy out tickets to the event.
What? That doesn't make any sense. They gotta sell to somebody that has to go. I know peak Dota was like 2015, 2016. I'd say it was the start of the peak. That's the point where it really started going up. It's not a country-based world championship, no. This was just straight up a tournament. It was some, one of the bigger ones too at the time. But I forgot the name of it.
I'm a pain specialist.
It was like DAC or something like that, yeah. I don't know. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. I'm sure if you dig deep enough, you'll find it. Being a Riot GameSpot all the tickets and didn't resell. If they actually do that. Only you just go to like or whatever. You just buy all the tickets so people can't go. Wasn't the last Dota finals like empty or some shit? Because the Chinese team didn't make it?
Your death approaches.
You thought it was WSD or some shit that nobody cares about? Oh, that's where you're wrong though. Those tournaments where people go with their own country, you know, like 5 players from the same country, they actually get quite a lot of viewers. It was completely packed. Just not the Dota part. Sadly.
Haste.
It's hard. Hard to find places where the Dota crowd really fills up. Frankfurt, the crowd was really good. And a lot of the sea countries was really good. Yeah, it's in Germany, I think. Germany has a lot of Dota players. Because other games don't have an equivalent of a World Cup or Olympics for their game like Dota? That's not true though. I think CSGO also has like that little CSGO International. It's not as big. Then League has Worlds, for example.
Radiant's
I don't know about other games. But CSGO gets good numbers no matter what. This only has majors. Oh yeah, then they don't. Fortnite has World Cup, but then Battle Royale competitive is. I don't think it's a thing. Not a thing, man.
To the deeps with you.
The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. You've been thrown.
Hong Kong Horror. Also song.
I've seen that game. Doesn't look that good.
Roshan has fallen to the Dire.
I'm waiting for real life battle royale. That should be a good TV show.
Regeneration.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I don't think Doda's in a bad spot now. I think it's at a decent spot. It's just not going infinitely. But it's at a decent plateau. Player base is up again after being down. Got the help of Battle Pass. I think that's Corona doing its work. It's Corona just making people stay home with nothing to do.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Game fatigue can expect people to play it forever, but that's the weird thing though. CSGO is even older. Well, CS is older. People are still playing that fucking bullshit game.
Radiant's top barracks have fallen.
Now that was a fail for.
Mouse state. Coming through.
CS is 50 times easier than Dota. I don't think CS is 50 times easier than Dota, dude. Is there even meta in CS? Bruh. Meta in CS is so extremely well defined that if you don't play accordingly, you will simply get flamed and reported.
Killing spree. Dominating. Double kill. Another again.
If you don't know some fucking smoke spot where you have to bounce the fucking thing like 4 times to land exactly in the spot where you need it to be, you're just getting kicked in that game, man.
Victory.
Fuck, man. But CSGO is easier to get into. That's true. Like getting into Dota 2 compared to getting into CS, it is much easier in CS. Just click the forehead. Game already over? It ended after 22 minutes? Huh. But in the end, when it comes to PvP game, the difficulty of the game usually lies with your opponent. So the further you climb in ranks, the harder the game gets. Assuming the mechanics allow you to go so high though. In CSGO, the answer is yes. You can't go that high. You can go pretty much infinitely.
Killing spree.
I hit the kill switch.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Well, like I said, I don't think Dona's in a bad spot. Just stagnant. That's not bad because
Dire's
they
bottom
stagnated
tower
at
has fallen.
like what, a comfortable 400k players or something.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
It's just sad for
Dire
people who
structures
want to
are
see
fortified.
Dota become much greater than it is.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
You think Dota is easy game to compare to LoL? Ugh. Yeah. Make it so fucking poor gaming for the Prime. The nice thing about LoL is that when you make a new account, there's actually a chance of meeting new players. It rarely is about whether a game is easier to learn or not. Just making an environment for new players to enjoy playing in. Not get shit stomped by some 40-year-old Meepo Smurf. Do I think Cow is dumb? No. He makes really valid points. But what he lacks is proper stats, especially when it comes to money. The income from the streamers that supposedly take 40%, the income that tournaments make, or the income they don't make rather, or they say they're always under the loss. Without those numbers, nothing he says fucking matters, dude.
Fit for a queen.
It's all about money.
Dire's
It's
bottom
always
tower
only about
is
money.
under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Roshan has fallen to the Dire.
Forever.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
The only mystery
Double
is how you lasted.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I admired.
I don't even know how tournaments
Worthy
happen if they're
tribute.
always under the loss. There's no way they're always under the loss. Somebody's gotta be making a profit, right?
The mysteries renew me. Loaded to the
It's been what, 9 years now of Dota 2? But like I said, without the numbers of the money, where it flows towards to,
Thanks for all the great content
it doesn't really
during
matter what he
quarantine.
says.
Stay safe.
Make a toxic LG for the 21 months.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Haste!
10 years of money loss and scene growth. I don't believe in the goodwill of people where they say they work towards a better Dota community. It's always money and nothing but money. Like, you think tournament organizers are running at a loss? Maybe as a company, but somebody out there is making money. You better fucking believe it.
Very nice. You die before your time. Killing spree. Double kill.
The players? No, I'm not talking about the players. Somebody out there on that list of people organizing tournaments is making money.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I know what he's trying to do, of course. He's trying to stir up shit, so Valve takes a second look at it. I mean, it's not hard to see. And it might even work too. But I think he would have made a better point if he brought up actual numbers and just DM'd it to some Valve employee.
I die. Just what I needed.
Oh, this fucking song, man. Suddenly I'm in a boss battle. Gain sometimes isn't about money. Maybe they want the reputation so they can add it to their portfolio. They made a great Dota 2 tournament event. I'm sorry, dude. It's just not how it works. Even if the tournament runs at a loss, there is somebody out there making money. Because somebody has to be paid and... a lot of people are getting paid. It might even be just one guy, you never fucking know unless you see the numbers. And they've been completely transparent about it. It's fucking Bruno, of course it's fucking Bruno. He's making all the money. It's not a coincidence that he's also Ice Hawk.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Unstoppable. Double kill.
Did you say stop?
He compared concurrent viewers with Overwatch and Dota had higher number, right? Wait, I didn't read the full message. Why would sponsors give a shit about exclusivity? I don't think sponsors care that much, but I think his point was also more that streams just put on... individual streamers just put on their content and then put their own logos and stuff and whatever, you know? They don't want to get associated with these random people that have nothing to do with the product using their content.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And that is completely understandable.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Fortunes change.
Well, it's not that dumb since Valve made people can't put their ad shit anymore. Kind of. But also not really. Because I can stream this tournament, for example. Like, this is, like, what is this? DPL something. DPL, CDA, whatever. and you don't see an ad on my screen, but if you scroll down my channel, you see like 10,000 sponsors. So the answer is yes and no.
Haste.
Have you played Katana Zero?
Fake a genderist with the 2. I have not played it, but I know of the game. It's not really my type of genre.
That went swimmingly.
It's just a hard issue to deal with. Especially in Dota setting, where most people expect free shit. Oh. Yeah, what Kao is trying to do is trying to stir shit up, so Valve takes a second look and hopefully changes things for the better for tournament organizers. I don't think it's gonna work though, because Valve has always been kind of like this company that just goes like, well, if you wanna have more viewers on your tournaments, maybe make a better tournament. You know, they've always been like this. They set the example with TI for one.
Win more RimWorld.
I think Extreme 1 34. Kinda done with remote for now. I have a lot of hours in that game.
Double damage.
Dota 2 games are Valve's content. And Valve doesn't take any revenues from tournament organizers. What's the problem here? The problem here is that tournament organizers set up a bunch of things for the tournament to happen at all. And therefore they want rights to the content that gets made out of it. Even if it's made within Dota 2, which is, of course, Valve's product. And it's understandable. You know, they deal with a lot of things. Tournament organizers, they deal with the players, they deal with the talent, they deal with the production, they deal with the stage. And then some guy in his fucking underwear just streams from home and gets like 1/5 of the viewers or something. And takes 40% of the revenue, supposedly.
Radiant team back.
It's also a lot of tournament panels are fucking garbage. I don't want to point out exact names because it's kind of distasteful. But you know, when you watch tournaments, I always skip the midsections in between games. Like, I don't want to listen to a single word what they have to say.
10 seconds remaining.
No, Nahas is not one of them. I actually like Nahas because